Let's bring in former state attorney for Palm Beach County, Florida, Dave Ehrenberg. David, it's good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. So, Dave, this is a different case here from a regular criminal case. So what does Karen Reed have to prove?
Good to be back with you, Gio. She's got to prove it's more than just an isolated conduct here, a couple rogue cops, that this is more endemic to their agencies, and it led to actual malfeasance, like doctoring evidence and tampering and all these other things she's alleging. But quite frankly, although these cops acted very badly with their words, there's really no evidence that they tampered with any evidence, that it led to bad actions. And that's why I think it's going to be an uphill climb for her to win this lawsuit. I think this lawsuit's more of a PR offensive because she's already being sued as a defendant in other civil lawsuits after she was acquitted.
That's such an interesting point. And mentioning that acquittal here, could the fact that Reed was acquitted in her murder trial, could that support her allegations that law enforcement mishandled the investigation?
She's going to use that, yes. But at the same time, she was convicted of a much lower offense, operating a vehicle while drunk. And the first trial ended in a hung jury. So it's not like the jurors just said, oh, this is ridiculous, throw it out, you know. But I think it's going to be hard for her to show that the cops had not just bad thoughts, but that translated into bad actions, because the evidence against her was pretty strong. And the defense had a theory in response that was totally ludicrous, but yet the jurors clearly hated Michael Proctor and the police. And that, I think, led to jury nullification here.
So what happens next, Dave? Does this go to trial?
I think it's very unlikely that this civil lawsuit will go to trial, Gio, because first, it's got to survive a motion to dismiss. Now, if somehow she gets by a motion to dismiss where a judge disagrees with me and says, yeah, this is a good claim and let it continue, it's a logical claim, we'll assume everything she says is true, and she states a cause of action, then there's a possibility of a settlement between her and the police. But I think in a high-profile case like this, that is so emotionally charged, I think that it is unlikely for the sides to settle, and it will go until, I believe, a court dismisses it before it ever hits a jury.
All right, Dave Ehrenberg, thank you so much for joining us. It's a fascinating trial for sure, a case, I should say. Thank you so much.
Definitely is.
All right.